What's going on, everybody? Good evening, good evening, good evening. I got to get some things off my chest. We got to talk about the Minnesota Vikings and what's going on. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. Football right now, and I'm pretty sure I'm speaking for a lot of Viking fans, hasn't been fun to watch. And as a big time Viking fan for 15 plus seasons, 15 plus years, been rocking with this team through the ups and downs. Always will rock with this team through the ups and downs. I haven't felt the way I feel right now about the team. Is like I don't. I feel like the energy isn't the same. Like I've been a Viking fan for a very long time, but the energy for me right now is an all-time low being a Viking fan. And shout out to Travis. What's good with you? What's going on? What's going on? How you doing, brother, man? How you doing? Thank you for vibing with your boy. Um, yeah, it's an all-time low for me when it comes to the energy, when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings. And I understand like people gonna have their opinions about um JJ McCarthy. I know that's a big conversation. Is he a bust? Is he this and that? But like I said time and time again, I honestly feel that the Minnesota Vikings, hold on real quick. I honestly feel like the Minnesota Vikings quarterback situation is worse than what it should be because of the facts that KLC's play calling is just simply just terrible. And I try to and I know people are very like they're KLC supporters. So no matter what I say, they're gonna say, "Oh, it's not his fault." But I'm trying to tell y'all, man, like respectfully speaking, he's the head coach. So what responsibility does KLC have if nothing is his fault, and it's always just a talent the talent isn't good enough around him? What's the point of being a head coach if not if if when things go wrong? And I heard someone say, I forgot who said this. When things go wrong, it's not KLC's fault. It's everybody else's fault but KLC. But when things go right, KLC is the greatest head coach in the history of the NFL. He can do no wrong. And I'm being sarcastic when I say that. Doing great, man, even though the Vikings suck, man. Oh, man, I'm doing well. I'm blessed by the Almighty Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. And God bless everybody that's in the building. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. So whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. Salute to everybody in the building. He said, I'm the first like. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. What's good, Mike? Man, wish your season would have been better. I'm a Bears fan, but rather see you guys over there than the Packers. Yeah, man. Thank you for that comment. By the way. Yeah. I'm happy for y'all, man. I mean, I don't really want y'all to win the Super Bowl, but I am happy for y'all success. I ain't gonna say in cap, but it's all love at the end of the day. Like it's a division rival, but the Bears, they by far are way ahead of the Vikings right now. Like by far, the Bears are way ahead of the Vikings when it comes to just developing players, finding talent, and just finding the right head coach. Y'all found a very good head coach in Ben Johnson. So congrats to that. And y'all definitely the best team right now in the NFC North. And we'll see if y'all can continue it. But the Bears are playing really good right now. I'm glad the Bears are leading the NFC North over the lines. Yeah. If the Minnesota were to release KLC, is there someone in mind you would? You know what? I still am going to do my research on that because I really want to really think about it because I don't want to just say a whole bunch of names. I want to keep it as an offensive minded head coach because this is my mindset right now. Not saying that defensive coaches don't win Super Bowls because that's not true, right? Bill Belichick is the greatest, probably one of the greatest coach of all time, probably, right? So, and he's a defensive minded head coach. So, I'm not saying that, but my mindset is this: I want to save what we can save when it comes to the mindset of JJ McCarthy. And my mindset right now is in order for JJ McCarthy to be the best he can be, I want to have an offensive minded head coach that really knows how to develop quarterbacks, that knows how to adjust to the talent he has on the field. if JJ McCarthy's not the guy to sling the ball 40 times, I hate to say it, KOC, he's not that kind of quarterback. You drafted a quarterback that played better off of the play action. You drafted a quarterback that he plays better off of a good run game. And when you have a Jordan Mason and an Aaron Jones and a so-called improved offensive line, even though our offensive line been terrible all season long, you gotta somehow run that stinking ball, bro. Run that stinking ball. But let me get to the title of the video. Changes need to be made with the Vikings if they ever want to win a Super Bowl. NFL talk with your boy Mike Sports Vibes. Let me say that one more time. Changes need to be made with the Vikings if they ever want to win a Super Bowl. NFL talk with your boy Mike Sports Vibes. And the changes, and shout out to my guy Holden in the building. Shout out to you, bro. God bless to you. God bless to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Thank you so much for being on the live stream. It's a little random. I never go live this late. I just felt it on my spirit to go live and talk about the Vikings because I really care about this team. And I know a lot of people are feeling some type of way. And yeah. So literally any other head coach right now, KOC cannot run the ball. Yes. Vikings need to lock in. If not, then they are behind. Yes, they are already behind. When it comes to the NFC North Division, we're in last place. You are what your record said. Whatever your record is, that's pretty much what you are in the NFL, almost all the time, right? And I can't even sit here and cap. There's only one part of this team that's consistent most of the time, and that's the defensive side of the ball. Besides them missing a whole bunch of tackles and sometimes the zone in the middle of the zone is always open. Besides that, they've been really, really decent. They've been decent / good most of the season. But it's just like I just don't understand why. Like I made a short earlier today. I said, what is the love for Kevin O'Connell where he cannot be fired? He's the best coach of all time. Why is it so much love around him? And I was asking people because I'm being called out my name, which I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I got thick skin. It is what it is. Because I'm still going to talk that talk regardless what anybody says about me. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to give you my opinion. And that's just what it is. I'm going to keep it respectful, but I'm going to give you my opinion regardless of what people are going to think about me. You know what I mean? And the one thing, and I wouldn't be myself if I didn't give you my opinion. So I got to talk that talk and keep it real. And this is the real deal over here. You feel me? Chicago is surprise team. Yeah, Chicago is definitely a surprise team. Shout out to Chris Farrell here. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Thank you so much for that. Minnesota need a real quarterback. Do you think Justin is getting traded? Do I think Justin is getting traded? Jaden09 says, now, what I will say is if I put myself in Justin Jefferson's like how he would probably think right now. Imagine you being the best wide receiver in the game to a lot of people, and not everybody thinks he is, but a lot of people think he is, though. Not everybody, but a lot of people think he is, right? Depending on who you ask. So imagine you becoming you're that guy, and somehow, some way, your offensive-minded head coach cannot find a way to get you the ball. It doesn't have to be 30 yards down the field. It doesn't have to be. It could be short passes. It could be wide receiver screens. There's so many different ways you can get your best player on the field the ball. And for some reason, Kevin O'Connell can't do it, right? And I think it's beyond just the quarterback play. I'm not trying to take no responsibility away from JJ. I think JJ can hit a short slant. I think he can. I'm confident. I'm confident in JJ McCarthy enough that he can hit a slant or two or a wide receiver screen more times than not. I'm not going to sit here and say that the man can't make a dang on throw. I know some people are like, oh, he's just the worst quarterback ever. He's Christian Ponder 2.0. He's the Marcus Russell. He's this and that and so on. I understand it, but at the same time, I got to give him more than 6 games to really evaluate how good he could possibly be. And I'm going to be patient with it, but at the same time, I will hold him accountable if he doesn't get his accuracy together. He has to be a little bit better. And he has to be able to read the defense a little bit better so he's not throwing these interceptions so dang on much as well. But yeah, to answer your question, I hope they don't trade Justin Jefferson. But if I was Justin Jefferson, I'll be honest with you, I would want out. This is coming from a Viking fan. I love my Vikings. If I was Justin Jefferson, I want Justin Jefferson to retire a Minnesota Viking, but I'm just saying if I was him, the way our offense, we didn't score we didn't score any points against the dang, we didn't score not 1 point yesterday. I mean on Sunday, yeah, which is yesterday. We didn't score no points against the Seattle Seahawks. We got shut out 0-0-0 across the board. The first quarter, nothing. The second quarter, nothing. The third quarter, nothing. The fourth quarter, nothing. Last game, we only scored 6 points, and the 6 points was 2 field goals. If I was Justin Jefferson, I'm the first one to ask for a dang on trade. And this is nothing against JJ. I just want to be successful. And if the Vikings are going to put me in a bad situation where I'm not getting the ball and my head coach don't know what the heck he's doing with the play calling. And another thing is, when it comes to the KOC supporters, it's just like to the point where if you say something about KOC, they get in their feelings to the point where, oh, you just don't know nothing. Hey, listen, what I do know is the man is 0-2 in the playoffs. What I do know is he hasn't done anything against good quality coaches that we go against because he doesn't make no game time adjustments. Shout out to Daniel in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Howard. Shout out to Fina, shout out to Jonas, shout out to Cooley 24. Shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already and hit that subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything, whether you a Viking fan or not. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. There's a lot of evil going on around the whole entire world. And my mission on this channel is to bring everybody together, whether you're a Viking fan, whether you a Bears fan, Packers fan, whatever fan you rock with. I don't care if you're from another state. I'm from PA and I'm a Viking fan. The reason why I'm a Viking fan from PA because of Randy Moss. I'm Philly, everything else. I have another YouTube channel where I talk about my Sixers and my Phillies and etc. But my point is, it doesn't matter where you're at, what state you from, what team you rock with. This is a friendly. I'm trying to make this a friendly channel where we can still talk and debate. We can agree to disagree. And I'm gonna get to your comments, everybody. Just be patient. You can agree to disagree without calling people out their name. You know what I mean? All right. So my boy Jonas says, well, Kevin and the GM should have talked that JJ was still hurt and they should have signed Danny Dimes. It's okay if JJ to sit behind a veteran quarterback. It doesn't mean he is a bad quarterback, but he could learn. You know what, Jonas? That is a mistake of the coaching. And they're the ones, see, Viking fans, Jonas, is we put our trust in our coaching staff, right? We're trusting them to be able to develop our young quarterback. They put all their eggs in one basket thinking he was already ready. You let Sam Darnold go and you let Danny Dimes go. I agree with what you're saying. But hindsight is 2020. Listen, I think the better decision would have been to keep Sam Darnold, franchise tag him, or franchise tag Danny Dimes. Really Sam Darnold, because we didn't see Danny Dimes last year. Sam Darnold was the one that was starting for us last year. So franchise tag Sam Darnold, and then let JJ McCarthy sit another year. And then we'll see what happens from there. But the coaching staff, we put so much trust in this coaching staff. We can't trust this coaching staff. And if you're a Viking fan and you still have so much love and trust into this I'm talking about everybody. Brian Flores, I like him, but I kind of still want to clean house. I don't even want him. Listen, I like Brian Flores. I'm not saying the defense has been bad all season. They have their moments. I think the defense is the most consistent part on this team. Special teams, I don't really like what's going on with the special teams coach. KOC can go. Quasi can go. I'm ready to just clean everybody. Just clean house and start fresh. And I just want Viking fans to understand, me saying this is because I really care about this team. I really want to win a Super Bowl. There's so many Viking fans that are elders, that are older people that never witnessed a Super Bowl win. They witnessed going to the Super Bowl. We've been to the Super Bowl 4 times and we lost all 4 times. We are the best team in NFL history right now, the most wins without a dang on Super Bowl. We're not going for regular season no more. We're not going for regular season awards. We're going for Super Bowls. And right now we're so behind, we're not even close to winning a Super Bowl because we don't even know who our GM is going to be. I don't have trust in Quasi. I don't have trust in KOC. I don't have trust in what's going on right now. They're not being honest with the injuries. I'm not trusting nothing. And if you're a Viking fan, I'm not saying you should feel exactly how I feel, but you should feel a little bit how I feel, because if you see what's on that football field this past Sunday, bro, it was embarrassing. So sad the Vikings can't make the playoffs. Yeah, 27-7 right now. New England. Oh yeah, New England's gonna be is a force. Is a force. I'm Justin Jefferson is a top 5 wide receiver right now. Yeah, he hasn't been good this year because our quarterback play hasn't been good as well. Then JJ will know you can't hold the ball. Yeah, that's a fact. Having to get the ball out quicker. College football isn't as fast as the NFL. I got what you were saying right there. Also, the offensive lineman is banged up. They need some good backups. Facts. And that's about developing and drafting. Bro, we don't develop anybody. What's going on? I made a video. What was it? When did I make a video? I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. And I was talking about crazy drafted Ed Ingram. Do you remember Ed Ingram, y'all? Ed Ingram, I was one of the few people that said, and I'm going to be honest with you, I said he is not a good guard. I said, get him off the team. This man's giving up sacks every single game. He is not good. If you look up his numbers right now, I believe he's on the Texans. He's the 7th best guard in the whole entire NFL. PFF, I don't go by PFF grade all the time, but for this, I got to go by it. But because it's night and day from how you was with the Vikings to what you are with the Texans. It just doesn't make sense. How can you be so much better on another team? And that goes to developing and coaching and play calling. Instead of having these plays that are you have to hold a ball for 50 minutes, how about you call some plays that are short passes? And shout out to Evil. Let's just think, to be honest. They need players that want to play. I literally watched the lineman standing after running back passes them. Yep, I agree. You gotta want it. Hey, do you need any help holding L from yesterday? Hey, listen, if you want to hold the L, bro, you can hold the L with me, man. If you want to, fire KOC. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Get the likes up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. I told you JJ was garbage. Your GM deserves to be fired. Hey, listen. We'll see about JJ being garbage. I got to give him more than 6 games. I got to give him the rest of the season at least, y'all. Like, I understand people want to just say JJ is the worst quarterback ever. He's Christian Ponder 2.0, but I got to give him some time. Just give him to the rest of the season at least. And I think we need a new coach. Our coach is not good. He's not. I highly doubt Justin Jefferson is going anywhere. Justin is the star that folks come to see. That is true, though. Vikings need to get a good if they really want to lock in. That's true. Minnesota should keep Sam Darnold, and that is the bigger mistake. Now yeah, I got you. I got you. You guys will never win one. No, we will win one. Don't say that to me. Hey, what's your name, brother? Don't you ever say that to me, to any Viking fan, ever in your life again. Don't ever say we would never win a Super Bowl. Don't do that. Don't do that. We got hope. We will win. Skull to the bowl, baby. Skull to the bowl. Don't ever say that to a Viking fan, brother. He said, I don't want to think Jettas wants to waste his Hall of Fame career on a terrible team. That is true, too evil. Shout out to my guy. Sam wasn't that great either. The last game of the season. That is a fact. I get what you're saying with the Lions and the Rams. Don't forget in the playoffs. Yup, you said it. Facts. But you still got to have enough wins to get to the playoffs. We're not even going to have enough wins to get to the playoffs. I mean, regular season ain't the most important, right? Being healthy, but you still got to win enough games to get into the playoffs. What's the point of getting to the playoff? What's the point of if you don't have a chance, you're a contender if you get to the playoffs. That's just my opinion. Anything can happen in the playoffs. It's a 1-game elimination. But if you don't get to the playoffs, you don't have a chance, right? But I just feel like right now we're so behind when it comes to developing talent. Like you can't just draft a player and think he's going to be an already made player, first year playing. I don't care if he's a first round pick, second round pick. It don't matter what round. There's no such thing as a perfect prospect. And it's just sad because it's like, who on this team are they developing right now? Is it Ty Felton's playing special teams? Is it Dallas Turner? I think Dallas Turner is just a talented player. Who is it? They're messing up with JJ McCarthy. Who are they developing on defense? Can you name one player that they're actually developing from the draft? Can you name one player on offense that they're developing from the draft? Maybe Donovan Jackson, but Donovan Jackson's a dog. He just keeps getting hurt. He got hurt his wrist or whatever. Who else? There's nobody that they're developing. Is it Speedy Naylor? I don't know, but I don't know, man. I think Justin is selling this season. Seahawks going to this bowl. Yeah, they might. KLC is losing. Yes, too evil. I thank you for that comment. KLC, Kevin O'Connell, is losing the locker room. So if you lose the locker room for all the people that love KLC so much, so you're going to choose KLC over the team? That's my thing about Kevin O'Connell. Like, people that be trying to call me and other people that think that KLC is not the best coach. He's overrated, in my honest opinion. He's overrated because he doesn't make adjustments and he hasn't won in the playoffs. So if you lose the team and Justin Jefferson doesn't want to play for you and the team is giving up on you and they're not playing as hard, how is he still a good coach? How? How does that make sense that Kevin O'Connell is a good coach if the team is giving up on him? You can tell the body language on the sideline. They're just putting their head down. They're not even really talking to each other. They just nonchalant. They don't even care no more. They're just trying to get through the season and go on vacation and go to an island and sip on coladas and just be on a private beach with their wife or their girlfriend and have a good time on a yacht. That's what they want to do. They're not worrying about the season no more, it seems like. So how is he a good coach if the whole team is quitting? You can tell by the body language. I'm telling you, Tuiva, I love that comment, bro. Minnesota, Buffalo both win 2 Super Bowls and both couldn't. Yup, that's a true statement. What's going on, Queen? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Justin Jefferson has to learn about the bumps in the road, Hall of Famer or not. Justin won't get the money that he thinks he deserves if he goes to another team. No, he already got the bag though, Jonas. He got the bag already. So he can honestly request a trade. He got the contract already, bro. He can request a trade, and ain't nothing the Vikings can really do. Well, they could keep him, but why would you want a player that just doesn't want to be on your team no more? He got the bag already, bro. He got the he got the bag. He's one of the highest paid players in the game right now. Well deserved, by the way, but I'm just saying. Thank you for supporting everybody. A lot of players go through this something. Justin Jefferson going through. Yeah, but it's just brutal. The man, what was the matter of fact? Let me just bring it up. I'm not making this up. Y'all know what I'm about to show. Y'all know what I'm about to tell y'all. All right, what team? Who we played yesterday? Seahawks, right? 0-26. 0-26. Let me look up Justin Jefferson's stats. Let's look. We talking about the best wide receiver in the game to some people, not everybody, but a lot of people think he's the best wide receiver. Do y'all want to know how many catches that Justin Jefferson had yesterday? Do y'all want to know? Do y'all want to know? 2 catches. Get this, y'all. We talking about number 18. We talking about Jets. 2 catches for 4 yards. 2 catches for 4 yards. 2 catches for 4 yards. That's not that. Listen, even Nick Mullins was giving him 100 yards a game. Even Joshua Dobbs was giving him more yardage than that. So my whole thing is like, and out of all the wide receivers that played and running backs and whatever, when it comes to receiving yards, he's number, 1, 2, 3, 4 people is above him. So TJ Hopkinson had 6 catches for 59 yards. Jordan Addison had 5 catches for 36 yards. Aaron Jones, running back, 4 catches for 22 yards. Xavier Scott, 1 catch for 4 yards, and Justin Jefferson, 2 catches for 4 yards. It is sad. 2 catches, 4 yards for Justin Jefferson, number 18. Hey, listen, I remember when Stephon Diggs requested a trade. We had to do what we had to do. I don't want to get rid of Justin Jefferson. Trust me, I don't. I think it's devastating if we have to lose Justin, because you're not going to keep getting lucky drafting good wide receivers like that. It's not that easy to draft. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's the hardest thing to do, but it ain't that easy. Especially a player like Justin Jefferson. Ain't that many Justin Jeffersons in the game. Imagine if Josh Allen was throwing him the ball. Imagine if Joe Burrow was throwing him the ball. Imagine if Patrick Mahomes was throwing him the ball. Imagine if Matthew Stafford was throwing him the ball. Imagine if Drake May was throwing him the ball. I could keep going on and on. My point is, the quarterback play plus the play calling, you're telling me against the Seahawks, the best you can get the ball to the debatably the best wide receiver in the game, 2 catches, 4 yards. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. I'm starting to think Aaron Rodgers would compliment KOC since Rodgers would be hard-headed enough to say no to KOC. Yeah, you ain't lying. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, Colin Cowherd predicted that the Turd Queens are going to finish last in the division the beginning of the year. He said, and the Bears were going to win it to be, man has, superpowers. No, when you don't have good quarterback play, bro, it's not that easy to predict that. But it does suck. As a Viking fan, it sucks. I ain't going to sit here and cap. I did not expect this season to be this bad. I didn't expect that. Everybody that's in the building, make sure y'all hit that like button, though, if you haven't already. Hit that like button. What are you waiting for? Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, you're welcome to the YouTube channel. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to everybody that's in the building, man. Positive vibes. Let's talk that talk in the comments. JJ has banged up offensive line. Yeah, that is true. Need a journeyman quarterback, need a coach. Shout out to Mike in the building with a quarterback in mind. McCarthy needs to be benched. He needs to. The problem is, Mike, you talking about next year. He can't be benched this year because I don't want to see Max Brosmer another. Listen, I say this respectfully. Shout out to Max Brosmer. And I hope he doesn't listen to this, what I'm about to say. I say this respectfully. I don't want to see him take one more snap in a Minnesota Viking uniform this season. I say that with all love, with all the respect I can give him. I don't want to see it. So the only other quarterback on the roster that I can see that I want to see develop is J.J. McCarthy. And so next year, we'll see what he does. And if he doesn't play, I think they need to bring some competition in. And if he doesn't play well, say we give him half the season. Say it's like week 8. Maybe that might be too long. But say it's like week 6, I'll say. And he doesn't improve. He doesn't progress. Hey, listen, we're going to have to make some tough changes because we're trying to win. But I think, JJ, if you can get a better coach that knows how to develop talent, and if JJ can, his footwork, his mechanics, his throwing mechanics, really his footwork when he dropped back sometimes. Like the one time he tripped, I don't know if he tripped over an offensive lineman or what. I don't know if it was the center. He just fell. I'm like, oh, no. But J.J. McCarthy definitely has some work to do in the offseason. I think he's going to be good. I think he's a go-getter, and I think J.J.'s going to be fine. Listen, I'm saying all this stuff. I might be wrong, though. We'll see what happens. I think Minnesota and Buffalo both is cursed. Sorry to tell you this, but oh, man, you funny. Can I get a shout out, please? What's going on? Hey, Ash, how you doing? How you doing, Ash? Shout out to you. Fire KOC and Quasi. Cody, I'm with you, bro. Fire them both. Both. I don't think McCarthy can read defenses or go through progression. And KOC looks like he hates both quarterbacks. Oh, man. You could be right. He wouldn't get the money he deserves because other teams are about drafting a player. Look how the Dolphins paid Hill and hasn't done anything. That's how owners see the things about players. Okay, bro. I got you. I'm a Viking fan. Mike, Hold on. What? I'm a Viking fan, Mike. I talked to KOC, and he said, sure. That way, he won't be the only loser. Hold on now. We ain't worrying about that. You trolling, bro. So you think a team like the 49ers can make oh my gosh, the 49ers are a well-oiled machine. They're well coached, one of the best coached teams in the NFL. They have a very good coach. He's going to get a Super Bowl one of these days. I don't know when, but he probably going to end up getting a Super Bowl. I don't know about this year. We'll see. Um, your quarterback is healthy again. Your defense is playing lights out. Listen, 49ers are well coached on all phases. Special teams, defense, offense. They got a chance. Jordan Addison, let's get it. Double tap the screen. Thank you so much. Ty thank you so much for that comment. Queen. Go Pack Go, Carolina, going to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Hey, listen. You said Go Pack Go. You said Carolina. I don't know about that. Justin Jefferson isn't Moss, though. Moss was burning cornerbacks. Justin Jefferson is burning cornerbacks like Moss. Ain't nobody like Moss, though. That's not a good. Hey, that ain't a good comparison, though. Hey, listen, Moss is my favorite player of all time. And listen, I love Justin Jefferson, but he ain't Moss, though. Hey, listen, I gotta say that real quick. I don't know what y'all mean by that. He ain't no Randy Moss, though. I don't know what you're saying. I'm kind of skipping comments. Andy Reid was a bad Philadelphia after a while. They split ways, and now look at him in KC. Someone coaches needs a new start somewhere. Maybe KLC can coach another team, but not the Vikings. That is true. But the difference, hold on though, Mike. Let's keep it real with Andy Reid. Andy Reid got the Super Bowls with the Eagles. Andy Reid got to multiple NFC championship games with the Eagles. Andy Reid was always in the playoffs with the Eagles. They just never won the Super Bowl with the Eagles. KLC, please don't compare KLC to Andy Reid, bro. We ain't never get to the Super Bowl with KLC. We never got out the wild card round with KLC. And I say that respectfully. I'm trying to not come at KLC, but don't compare him to Andy Reid, bro. If you talk about a genius-minded, offensive-minded head coach, Andy Reid is one of the greatest offensive-minded head coaches in the history of the NFL. He, with the Eagles, look up the records, look up the Super Bowl. They were the favorites to probably beat the Patriots. The Patriots just won that Super Bowl, but they had some great teams, and they got to the playoffs. I don't know how many times in a row, but with Brian Westbrook and then the defense and with Brian, bro, they had some teams, bro. With Terrell Owens, that was the year they got to the Super Bowl, the 1 year with Terrell Owens. Yeah, listen, bro, please don't compare KLC to Andy Reid. I get what you mean by like a fresh start, but KLC didn't accomplish as much as Andy Reid when he had his fresh start. That was a resume that was behind Andy Reid when he went to Kansas City. Now, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to come at KLC like that, but I got to keep it real. I'm an Andy Reid guy. I wish Andy Reid was my head coach. Hey, listen, if we could trade KLC for Andy Reid, bro, and let us have Patrick Mahomes as well. Hey, Chiefs, you can have our quarterbacks. We'll take Patrick Mahomes and we'll take Andy Reid. Everything else y'all can have. You know what I mean? Listen. No. We'll keep Justin Jefferson as well, and we'll keep who else we keeping? Yeah, everything else y'all can pretty much have. Really, to be honest with you, I'm just keeping it real. And Dallas Turner, we'll keep Dallas Turner. But yeah, KLC is the most overrated coach in the regular season. Coach only. Can I get a shout? What's going on? 44. Shout out to you, Rams. What? Hey, can I ask y'all a question? When people ask for a shout out, how do y'all feel about that? Like, is that like I'm just wondering. I ain't saying it's a bad thing, but what is it about shout outs? What is it? Tell me, is it just something that y'all? What is it? What does it do for y'all? I'm just asking a serious question. I'm not saying I'm not going to give y'all a shout out, but I'm asking a serious question. What does it do for y'all? Is the sky falling chicken? What's going on, brother? Pickens have a greatest year with Dallas than him playing for the Steelers, but he won't get the money that people think he deserves. I don't know, man, because Pickens might be their number one wide receiver. I don't know, bro. I love CeeDee Lamb. I don't know the statistics between CeeDee Lamb and Pickens. I know CeeDee Lamb got a bag, though. I think CeeDee Lamb got paid already, though. So, I don't know. Justin Jefferson isn't tradable due to his contract. Calm down. Yeah, that is true, though. That is true. Y'all worse than Dallas. We are worse than Dallas. That ain't saying much, though. We're not the best right now. Let me get this weirdo out the chat real quick. I just see when he wrote. I had to get the weirdo out the chat real quick. You know what I'm saying? All right, so having the bag, but what team will take the same bag? A lot of teams won't take it. That is true. That is true. Dallas owns the Vikings. All right, you guys need to rebuild. Okay, that's a fact. Same thing Devontae Adams went through with the Raiders. Okay, the Pats can't afford it. They have a ton of cap. Yo, if the Patriots somehow trade, if I'll be happy for Drake May because I'm a Drake May guy, but I'll be salty because I know if Drake May gets a wide receiver like Justin Jefferson, that's not going to be a good look for the AFC. Just like if JJ went to the Chiefs, hypothetically speaking, that'll be bad news for the AFC. What up, Battle? What's good, brother? Heavy hitter. What's good with my guy, heavy hitter in the building. His first catch was -4 yards, so ending with 4 was a blessing. That's how bad the Vikings offense is right now. I wouldn't talk to the reporters either. Yeah, yeah. He said Vikings suck. I mean, listen, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. What up, everybody? What's going on, brother, man? He said Dobbs threw him a hospital ball and he never caught a pass from him. He went straight into the but they have Diggs. Yep. Yeah, we scored 0 points. Yeah, our offense is bad. Everybody that says the Vikings suck, you're not telling me anything I don't know. Our offense sucks. Not really the whole team. The whole team don't suck. Our offense right now is not good. And any Viking fan that thinks otherwise, you're capping. Anytime you don't score, I know we had an undrafted free agent. I know it was Max Brosmer, but I'm talking about for the whole season. I'm not just talking about this game. I'm talking about all season long. This offense been bad. They had moments where the Bengals game they looked good, but not really though. Bengals don't got a good defense. But let's talk about the first game of the season. That was JJ McCarthy's first game. He was great in the fourth quarter. But all the other games that JJ played, our offense struggled. Our offense struggled every game. So this is not, it's not just, it's just undrafted free agent Max Brosmer just throwing 4 interceptions. That was bad. But this offense as a whole, all season long, was absolutely horrible. This whole entire season. This offense been the worst offense I've seen in a very long time as a Viking fan. And I hate to say it. I hate saying what I'm saying. We need to make some serious changes in Minnesota if we want to have any type of hopes of getting into the playoffs again and winning a Super Bowl. Because you got to win enough games to get to the playoffs. But then after you get to the playoffs, you got to win in the playoffs. And right now, we're nowhere close to that. So as a Viking fan, we need to make some big decisions in the front office, meaning we need to fire whoever. It could be crazy. Yes, fire him. I don't care. It is what it is. The drafts haven't been the best. KOC, fire him. I don't care. I want to win a Super Bowl. It ain't nothing personal. I know they might be great guys, great men, nice people, but I don't care. I don't care about that. I want to win a Super Bowl. And at the end of the day, I always compare. I hate to say this, but since I'm from Pennsylvania, even though I'm a Minnesota Viking fan, I hate to say this. I compare the Vikings to the Eagles a little bit right now because I'm trying to prove my point that the Eagles got rid of a Super Bowl winning head coach because I don't know what happened, but the GM said, you're going. And guess what they did? They got another coach and they won a Super Bowl with another coach. So if KOC ain't win one playoff game in his whole career with the Vikings, why are we so hesitant to be like he hasn't won a Super Bowl? If the Eagles can fire our Super Bowl winning head coach, why can't the Vikings fire a coach that had some good seasons record-wise in the regular season, but in the postseason, he's 0-2. He's 0-2, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. I'm skipping some comments. I'm trying to catch up in the comments. I'm way behind, so I'm skipping comments, y'all. Sorry. I can't get to every comment, but shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Randy Moss was a beast. Facts, Chris Farrell. Might be time to have 3 to 4 win seasons for the next few years to truly become a Super Bowl contender. Hey, listen, I feel like Look at the Jets. I don't want to be like that. Respectfully to all the Jets fans, I feel like you just have to have the right coaching. And if you have the right scouting, the right scouters, whatever you want to call them, the scout talent in college. Hey, listen, we can even have a head start. Scout them in high school and follow their career through college. I don't know, but we have to figure something out. But you don't have to be a team that just loses every single season for 3-4 years and then you finally become a contender, because you can draft in the top 5 for 3-4 straight years and you still don't, and all those picks could turn out to be bust. It's not a guarantee that those picks are going to be good picks. They might have been good in college, but the NFL is another level. That's why it's luck of the draw some of the times. Even in the first round, it's the luck of the draw. If we could redo the draft right now for the 2024 NFL draft, do you think the Vikings would have drafted J.J. McCarthy? If we can redo the draft right now, hindsight's 2020, do you think the Bears would have drafted Caleb Williams? Maybe. They might have still did it. They might have drafted Drake May. Who knows? What about the Commanders? Would they have drafted Jaden Daniels? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just hypothetically speaking. I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. The Vikings probably would have went another route, especially KLC. What he knows right now, I think KLC would have went another route. I'm being honest with y'all. I don't do shout-outs. Jordan Addison went, yes, Chris Randy Moss. Let's get it. Jordan Addison went to Chiefs. It would be, that would be dangerous too. Randy Moss is a beast, but I think T.O. is better respectfully. Hey, listen, we're going to have to, agree to disagree. I don't agree with that, but I do love T.O. Terrell Owens was a great player. I love Terrell Owens as a player. He was a great player. Let Jefferson go somewhere that can compete. I agree. The offensive lineman is what is awful about the Vikings. That is true. That is true. It's a combination of a few things, because play calling and good quarterback play can make your offensive line look better. You're not going to have a perfect team. Some of the times our quarterbacks hold on to the ball way too soon, and you want to know why they hold the ball so long? I mean, because the plays don't develop until it's like, I don't know, 3 seconds into the dang on hike. When you hike the ball, 3 seconds. It doesn't develop until then. So I feel like good quarterback play, even though your offensive line isn't the best, play calling can help as well. And a good quarterback play can help as well. Just like good quarterback play can cover up the deficiencies on your defense. You look at like for instance, right? You can't really help the Bengals defense, but Joe Burrow, since he came back, well, who they play? Who did the Bengals just beat? They just beat a quality team, right? Joe Burrow's back, and now the defense is going to probably look a lot better because you're able to keep the defense off the field. That's why I mean quarterback play is so important, and play calling is so important. Running the ball is so important. Win the time of possession. Most of the time, when you win the time of possession, you win the game. Most of the time. That be the young ones asking for. Yeah, it'd be the young ones asking for shout outs. Yeah. Offense sucks even with, yeah. I think Minnesota Vikings can beat the Washington Commanders. We'll see, man. I'm not gonna say we beating anybody for the rest of the season, bro. I'm gonna see what happens. My slogan was we gonna beat the brakes off of them. I don't even know if I can say that right now, to be honest with you. We talking about time of possession and defense being on the field more than the offense the whole season, but the defense sucked this year, which is far from the truth. No, the defense is definitely doesn't. I know what you mean by that. Yeah, the defense been very good consistently. They've been consistent way more than the offense this season, and I feel so bad for the defense because, like my boy Mike said, I think the last live stream he was like, "Yo, they pretty much on the field a whole extra quarter every game." Every single game, bro. Almost a whole quarter every game. It's not cool. It's like, because our offense goes 3 and out, they turn the ball over. It's just bad. Defense has played an extra 2 to 3 games this year. Yup, that's my boy. Yup, possession standpoint. Yes, Jerry Rice is the best receiver. I'm not going to get into that debate, y'all. I'm not going to get into that debate with y'all today with the whole Randy Moss, Jerry Rice debate. I'm not going to do it. I know people going to go Jerry Rice. They're going to go Terrell Owens. Y'all know how I feel about Randy Moss. Agree to disagree. Oh, shout out to Queen. Much love and respect. Good night. Peace. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. God bless. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Skull. Can I get some skulls? Can I get some skulls for Queen? Thank you so much. Go to the bowl. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Take this off. Take this off. But hair's all over the place. Don't mind my hair, y'all. Don't mind my hair right now. It's all over the place. All right, so I don't care what anyone says. Brosmer was way more fun to watch. Yo, bro, that was, I don't know, man. McCarthy makes me want to, oh, man, yeah. McCarthy, I just hope the best for our coaching. I just hope the best for JJ because the longer KOC's the head coach calling the plays for JJ McCarthy, the longer he's going to look bad. McCarthy is barely a backup XFL quality player. Dang, too evil. He said the Vikings shouldn't have let Jim Harbaugh. Yes, I think that's Six. You're so correct. I think if the Vikings would have got Jim, I think we'd be in a way better position right now as a whole when it comes to the draft, the quality of play calling. And even if we have JJ McCarthy would have been great with him. You know, they won a championship together in college, right? So that would have been perfect, bro. It would have been a match. It would have been a perfect match. But no. I'm not sure the whole situation on why we didn't get him, but I think it was a mistake. It was a mistake. That's the GM. The GM should have been let Remember walk out the door. This coach is trying to make JJ out of yes, and he's not. Facts. Instead of running the ball like Michigan offense. Facts, bro. There is a little reason to focus on the mistakes in the past. Looking to the future makes 100% more sense. Vikings should draft quarterbacks until they find the right one. You know what? I agree. I feel like they can draft a quarterback. I wouldn't draft them in the first round, but I wouldn't mind drafting a quarterback in the third or fourth round, depending on if they like him or not, and see what happens, man, because we don't have that guy yet. We don't know if we have that guy. We might have him, we might not have him. So we don't know. I don't know the next draft class. What's the name? The Bulls' name, the most popular. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up right now. Mendoza or something. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna look this up real quick. And I'm gonna get off this live stream in a little bit, but I just want the vibe with y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. Yeah, we gonna see what's up. All right, so they're gonna say this. They got all right, so top quarterback prospects for 2026 NFL draft include Fernando Mendoza, Indiana, Ty Simpson, Alabama, and Dante Moore, Oregon. Now I gotta do my research, but we're not drafting none of them because we're not drafting none of these quarterbacks in the first round. Unless they fall to like the fourth or third round, we're not drafting none of these dudes. I wouldn't. Trade Justin Jefferson for Drake May. Man, they'll never. First of all, the Patriots wouldn't even do it because guess what? Quarterbacks are more important than any star position. And Drake May looks like a franchise quarterback. The Patriots would never. Would I do it? Heck yeah. And I love Justin Jefferson, but come on, bruh. I can tell you why they didn't have because her style is very similar to Zimmer's style. Not a player coach type of guy. Kind of a heart. And you know what? Purple. That's what we need, bro. Now, I got to ask you a question, Purple. What your opinion? Do you think that Jim would have been do you think Jim is a good coach? And do you think he would be a better fit for the Vikings? Do you think we will have a better chance of winning a Super Bowl? Because the ultimate goal is to get to the playoffs and get a Super Bowl. Do you think Jim, hindsight is 2020, right? Because we know KOC had some good seasons in the regular season. We just didn't win in the playoffs. But do you think we'll be further along if we had Jim, or do you think we'll be kind of in like the same situation right now if we had Jim as our head coach and we'll be talking about firing Jim right now? Well, how do you feel about that? My I'm trying to catch up in the comments, y'all. That's why they didn't hire him. Yeah. James Cook had 33 carries for 144 yards with the Buffalo. Oh my gosh, bro. Are you serious? 33 carries for 144 yards? How many offense in the NFL run the ball? There's a couple. The Eagles, the Lions, the Packers, the Bills, obviously, the Colts. I'm missing. Oh, the Ravens. And I had to do my research for the other ones, but I know that's a few right there. But I know there's some teams that run the ball. But the problem with my guy KOC, he doesn't like running the ball, even if it's 3rd and 1, even if it's 4th and 1. It don't matter. He's not going to run. He's not going to want to run the ball. The reason Harbaugh wasn't hired is because he wanted to move up the team and start over, but the Wolves wanted to pretend to compete right away, and that's why we're in a toilet right. Oh wow, that's crazy. Okay, Too Evil, I like that. What's good, Grizzly? Enough Vikings ran the ball well. They just didn't run until the 4th quarter. Facts. I agree with that comment. We didn't run until the 4th, until the game was over. Like my bull said, it was over. Then you want to run the ball. Doesn't make sense. He's Kelsey doesn't like the rain. Mike, you are officially locked your hair back. Yeah, man, I had to, bro. I missed my locks. Quasi and Kevin O'Connell artists both. Yeah, they both probably. Indiana, the number 2 team in college football. Okay. But I don't think we can draft another quarterback with KOC because we know he's not going to develop him. Yeah, that would be still the year's star quarterback for a star wide receiver. Yeah, that would be the star. He said, "Are you nice? Am I nice?" I think I'm a nice person. And I think that's what you're asking. I'm not sure what you mean. I think that's what you mean. Listen, Jim. Oh, you wanted Jim? Yeah, Purple. I think Jim would have been a better fit. Hindsight's 2020. I know people that are still high on KLC still to this day. They still high on him. And I'm like, people was trying to come at me and say like, yo, and I'm cool with that. But it's like, what have you seen that makes you feel that KOC is the right coach for this team right now? I'm talking about right now with a quarterback that's young that you're trying to develop, that some of the fan base wants to give up, like my boy Too Evil, my homie Too Evil. He's like, man, I'm done with JJ McCarthy. But what if it's really the play calling? What if it's really the coaching and them not developing JJ McCarthy? All this, and this is what I be trying to say, man. I'm not hyping up OTAs ever again. When they was making those announcements, oh, JJ and OTAs was like 15 of 15. He didn't have one incomplete pass. Bro, I'm not hyping up no OTAs. I don't care about preseason as much. I mean, I wouldn't mind preseason, but I'm going to hype up the regular season. All that training camp OTAs talk, oh, he's doing this and doing that. Dimes to Jordan Addison, this and that and the third. I'm not hyping up OTAs ever again. I promise you that. I don't want to hear nothing. Listen, I trusted this coaching staff, and that was my issue. And I'm pretty sure every Viking fan is feeling the same way I'm feeling. We trusted this coaching staff, and they said that JJ McCarthy was ready, and we got rid of Sam Darnold and Danny Dimes, hindsight 2020, and the man ain't ready right now. And he's not even close to being ready, and they're not even helping this man with the play calling. So he's not even ready. That's one. And then you're not helping with the play calling. That's two. And then it's just like your offensive line is banged up all dang on season. That's three. And it's like your defense is on the field for a whole nother quarter a game. That's four. And number five, I'm just tired of the bad drafts. That's five. And number six, I just want to start over. Period. I'm done. Jim, what football is of you? Right, yeah, good coach. Yeah, but Vikings still need a quarterback. Yes. Why? Listen, we'll see. We might need a quarterback though. We might, but I still want to give JJ a little bit more games. I don't want to give up on him yet, y'all. I just don't. Until you find your quarterback, I go get Mac Jones. I don't know what is the hype around Mac Jones. What's really good with him in a new coach? Then just see what happens. But you know what's crazy? If they do fire Quasi and if they do fire KOC, they might want to start over from scratch. They might want to just be like, yo, I want to trade up and get Dante Moore from Oregon. I want to trade up and get what's the Bulls name from Indiana? Fernando Mendoza. I want to get him from Indiana. Oh, matter of fact, I want Ty Simpson from Alabama. So if you a GM, you might not want to listen. You didn't draft JJ McCarthy, so you don't have no like allegiance with him. You didn't draft him, so it's like I don't really care. I want my guy. So I'm just saying we don't know what this new GM might do if we even get a new GM. It don't matter who the coach is. If you have McCarthy at dang Bobby, y'all don't like JJ McCarthy. If we were in the same situation, I feel like the same people would be talking about firing that are talking about firing. Yeah, man, I'm telling you right now, if we wasn't in the same situation, I'll be one of them. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl, but I don't think it will be like this though with Jim. I honestly think we wouldn't even be in this situation though. Like I think Jim is a better overall coach. I think Jim he's just a better overall coach. And he knows how to coach. We know he's a good coach. And I know he hasn't won a Super Bowl, but he got the Super Bowl with the 40. Hold on. How many Super Bowls did he get to? Wasn't he was the coach of the 49ers, then he went to college, right? Um, I don't know. No, please not, Mac Jones. He said no, just no. He said no. Your team can be completed. However, if you don't have a quarterback, you not going far. That is true. I'm not in the fire KLC camp though. Yeah, people there's people that listen, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just gonna say this. We're gonna have to agree to disagree. I ain't seeing nothing that KLC has done that he should keep his job right now. I'm just being honest because I'm looking at JJ McCarthy and he's looking like he looks lost. He doesn't look prepared. And is it because JJ McCarthy doesn't have the talent, or is it because he's not, or is it because of coaching? Now, if it's because they don't have the talent, that's one. Okay, then it ain't KLC's fault. But if he has the talent and KLC isn't putting him in the right spots to be successful on the football field, I'm in the fire in KLC today if I could, if I could. But I don't make the big decisions, so I'm just a fan talking about my favorite team. And no matter what happens, I'm rocking with the Vikings. I just want to win a Super Bowl. And I hope every Viking fan um feels the same way. We just trying to win a Super Bowl. And a lot of people didn't like they haven't seen it. We haven't seen it. None of us did. What am I talking about? None of us seen us win a Super Bowl. So for Fernando is legit and he kind of came out of nowhere because no one was talking about him last year. Wow. If we had Jim, I think we would have gone to a conference championship and Super Bowl. And plus, we would be so physical, which is the key to winning. Yes, that's another thing about KLC, in my opinion. I think he coaches soft. Like it's okay to pass the ball, right? But I like to smash. Like, listen, listen. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna be physical on both sides of the ball, trenches, offensive line, defensive line. That's what I love. When we had the William Wall with Pat Williams and Kevin Williams, it was amazing. I just feel like he cares about the trenches more than KOC cares about the trenches, in my honest opinion. And it's not about just getting players in free agency. You got to develop those guys. You got to develop them guys. and build your trenches. So that's the most important for me. I think building your trenches on offensive line and defensive line. Of course, having your quarterback, having a solid running game, having a decent wide receiver core, tight end core, and just go from there. Just go from there. But the trenches is where it starts for me. Like, I feel like we haven't been physical. Like, our offensive lines have been banged up. I don't know what's going on with the offensive line. It's just been bad luck when it comes to, I don't want to say bad luck. It's just been bad. It's just been bad. Like, we've been hurt, but then they seem kind of, I don't want to say soft, but it just seems like, I don't know. What am I saying? What am I saying, y'all? Mike is under. If the Vikings had hired her, we would have won a playoff game by now. I think so too. That's why he be getting those weak backups because he don't want JJ McCarthy to worry about competing. He just wants him to focus on what he needs to focus on. Listen, that could be a point. Earl would know to run the ball to help young. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He not going to draft a running back. He just gave up assets to get Jordan. Oh, hold on. Let me just say this real quick let me just talk about this Adam Thielen real quick. That was breaking news earlier today. And I know Adam Thielen hasn't been the same. He's not the same Adam Thielen when he was in his prime with the Minnesota Vikings. He's one of the greatest wide receivers in Minnesota Viking history in his prime. I remember when him and Stephon Diggs were simply amazing together. They were really a good combination, right? And it's sad that we let him go. We waived him today. I'm not sure what team he's going to go to, but if I was Adam Thielen, I'm going to the Chiefs. The Chiefs their wide receivers just can't catch. And maybe Adam Thielen can revive some of that for his last season in his NFL career this year. Maybe he can revive some of the old days and not be the same Adam Thielen like back in the day, but sometimes a new scenery can give you a little bit of boost of energy. So I hope he goes to the Chiefs or goes to a team that will utilize him. I don't want him to go to a team where he's not utilized, like the Vikings all season. I know he dropped some passes, but yeah, it was bad, man. And I feel bad that he got they didn't utilize him in the offense at all. And what did we give up? What did we even give up, y'all? So Minnesota Vikings, we traded for Adam Thielen from the Carolina Panthers in August, and then released him just 3 months later, December. In the trade, the Vikings sent a 2026 fifth-round pick and a 2027 fourth-round pick to Carolina and received Thielen along with conditional 2026 seventh-round pick in 2026. And then in 2027, we get a fifth-round pick. The move, yeah, that was bad. That was bad. But yeah, it sucked. That really sucked for us. I would give JJ one more year. However, it may cost head coach job. I would bring in Mac Jones I'm gonna have to look up Mac Jones. Everybody keeps talking about Mac Jones. I'm gonna look him up. I don't really know too much about Mac Jones, bro. I don't really know too much about him. What school did he play for? Alabama. I think Alabama, right? Eagles fans like so much they through. Why do you think Coach will relinquish them? Yeah, they're not getting rid of him. They not. Hey, listen. If they don't sign Daniel Jones, I think the Vikings should go after him if they keep KLC because I don't trust KLC developing this quarterback. I don't trust KLC developing JJ McCarthy. Yeah, eggs $2 a dozen. Yeah, eggs got cheap again, y'all. Nah. You know what kind of egg? This is so random. I want an ostrich egg. You ever have an ostrich egg? How big is an ostrich egg, y'all? Am I saying it right? Ostrich egg. It's like as big as his hat. Ostrich egg. Imagine having an ostrich egg. The yolk, the big giant yolk in the middle. Like, listen, I wonder if it tastes good. Ostrich egg. They're like a living dinosaur egg or something. That's how big their eggs are. Yeah, they need to stop doing that. They need to stop hype. Yeah, all the OTA hype was getting on. Listen, bro, it got me all hype. I'm sitting there like making videos like, yeah, look at JJ looking good at OTAs. Hey, look at my guy JJ. And listen, I'm part of the fault. listen, I was hyping it up as well, y'all. Listen, I apologize, Viking fans. I'm not saying JJ ain't gonna be the guy eventually, but I apologize for hyping him up, and he ain't even ready right now. He don't look ready right now. You know what I mean? Mac Jones would easily win starting job though. Yeah, he would. But are we gonna win playoffs though? See, I don't. It ain't that hard to win a starting job in Minnesota right now, and I say that respectfully. But will he win playoff games? That is my question. Will he win playoff games? See, I don't want to just have Mac Jones and he's still not good enough to put the team on his back and win playoff games. If he can do that, then I'll take him. I'll take him. Is he still starting with the 49ers or is he It's Purdy. It's Purdy right now. He's playing. No one wants Mac Jones. He is garbage too. Oh, dag. My boy too evil not feeling Mac. Big Mac. He ain't feeling Big Mac. And then they get out there and play ball. They're broken down like a broken car, and the quarterback can't throw the ball. But they were saying that OTAs, the quarterback can't get the receiver's ball. Yeah, bro. They was hyping them OTAs up. Purdy got his job back. Mac Jones looked better in offense than Purdy. Okay. The only way the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl this year is if they get to. I like Mac. I'm Mac Jones. That act like you don't know my name. Ain't nothing changed but the fame. I'ma stay the same. Y'all know that song? I'm Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Y'all know that song? Yeah. You just got. Hey, Ty. First of all, Ty, I know you ain't talking about the Eagles. You was a couple of weeks ago, you was a Baltimore Ravens fan. Last week, you was a Packers fan, probably a Lions fan. You a fan of everybody, Ty. Don't talk about the Eagles right now, but we ain't trying to hear none of that, bro. We ain't trying to hear none of that. If Mac Jones so good, why would the 49ers give him up? That is true. Because they have Brock, but I get it. Just like the Vikings gave up Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones. I'm just saying. And they did say that Sam Darnold was a bust prior to coming to the Vikings. So I do give KLC credit for that, but Sam Darnold is already a veteran quarterback, so he kind of knew what to do. He knows how to read defenses pretty much. And he just needed he had the best wide receiver in the game in Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. He had a good team, bro. And the defense they turned the ball over a lot of times, man. Our defense, we got a lot of turnovers last year and get them short field position on the field, and they capitalized on it. So, yeah, man, that was a fun year last year. I'm not gonna lie, that was a fun year. I was not expecting. It's funny because I wasn't expecting the good year last year, right? The 14-3 season. And this year, I wasn't expecting us to look this bad. I knew we was going to have some growing pains with a rookie quarterback. I'm not going to be delusional and say we was going to go 17-0. I thought we would be like at least a 9-10, a 9 to something. So give us double-digit wins or something. But I didn't expect it to be like this. But unfortunately, what sucks the most is the Minnesota Vikings injury with JJ McCarthy's he keeps getting hurt. That's another thing that's holding us back. The high ankle sprain, I think that could have messed him up as well. Maybe he's not confident in dropping back. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to give the man a benefit of the doubt and hoping the best for possibly our franchise quarterback. I don't know. We gonna see though. We gonna see. Because they have already with the. I'm catching up. He coached one Super Bowl. Yes, he coached one Super Bowl. He lost to the Ravens. Yes, right, Purple. So that's why listen. I respect his resume. Compared to, and I'm gonna have to skip some comments because I'm way behind. I'm way behind in the comments. But I respect his resume. Right, I know I was right. I was like, it's Jim. Because I'm trying to think the 49ers are good now. I'm like, did he coach the 49ers? Yeah, he did coach the 49ers. And they got to a Super Bowl. And it was always consistent getting to the playoffs, bro. The 49ers, with their linebackers, bro, that they had, bro, they was always getting to the playoffs. Vikings don't need to try to tank. They are bad. Yeah, we don't need to try to tank. We already bad enough to tank. Facts. But we might mess around and beat the Commanders. JJ McCarthy might show off and do good against the Commanders. Has someone put the laughing emojis? We gonna beat the Commanders, y'all? What y'all think? What is y'all honest opinion? Will we beat the Commanders? Will we beat the Commanders? I like eating bull spider. Oh, Alabama, Mike. Okay, Alabama for the school. Matt Jones saves Niners season. He truly looked good now. I don't know if it's Kyle Shanahan offense. Matt Jones looks very good. But would he look good in a KLC offense? If we keep KLC, do you think he can look good with a KLC offense? The Vikings, or what would happen if you took a typical Madden player and put him as a GM and coach? Yeah, bro. Do you think the Bears will win the Super Bowl? Is that what you mean? To be continued. Do I think the Bears they're a good team? Yeah, they're definitely a good team. They're the best team in the NFC North right now, record wise. They're playing great offensively. They're one of the best offenses in the game right now, and this is coming from a Viking fan. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. They have a very good offense. What's going on, Charger? He said that would giving him JJ one more year because now he got a videotape in himself playing in the NFL to get better and don't look back. Yeah, I hope so too, but he gonna have to make some progression this year though. I want him to make some progression this year. I know that we want to see, like, listen, next year's a whole nother story. He got to be better next year. I still want to see him play better this year. What I'm seeing, I'm talking about throughout the game, not just the fourth quarter. I want to see some good play in the first quarter, solid play in the second, third, all the quarters. What does mid quarterback Matt Jones do when he develops a Super Bowl winner? Matt Jones is just a journeyman mid-tier quarterback. I hope that we get some good trades going for the type of quarterback Anthony Richardson, Matt Jones, Jameis Winston. Oh, man. Expecting a quarterback solo win a Super Bowl is expecting a handful of quarterbacks exist throughout the. Yeah, you can win a Super Bowl with an average quarterback, though. But your whole team has to be good. Your whole team has to have good parts of your team that are really good. And right now, Matt Jones, I don't know if he will be enough. I don't know if he'll be enough. Anthony Richardson can't even win a starting job in the Colts. He was awful when he played. Why would you want him? No, no, no. I don't want Anthony Richardson. No, no, no. I don't want no developing quarterback besides if we draft our own quarterback in the draft. And I'm talking about later rounds, not in the first round, second round, third round, not even the fourth round, probably. I don't know. I changed my mind. Not even the fourth round. Winston was sling unless he's one of these quarterbacks that just dropped for some strange reason. Winston was slinging it to you know what I'm saying? He'll have throw 4 interceptions, 4 touchdowns. Facts, bro. We didn't give up Daniel Jones or Sam Darnold. We offered. Oh yeah, we did offer. 1 year of $30 million. Yeah, Daniel Jones said he wanted to go somewhere. Yeah, what I think, Purple. I think how I'm meaning it, how we kind of let him go is we could have given him a bigger bag, and we could have been like, "Yo, we want y'all to stay. We want you to be our franchise quarterback." But you can't do that when you draft a quarterback top 10. You just can't do it. You can't give someone that big contract. I think the commitment from the Vikings were like halfway. They had 1 foot in, 1 foot out because it was like, yo, we got JJ McCarthy. And they didn't give him like this is just my opinion. I don't know. I might be wrong. I'm talking about like a 4-year contract extension, $130 million. I don't know, man. I don't know. How is being terrible? I can't lie. Richardson was bad, but he is young, athletic, and if he can lock in, really try to improve, he has a potential to be good with a good system around him. Nah, bro. I'm just being super chat in the building. DFJ, what's going on? You working overtime? Gotta appreciate the ground salute. Man, shout out to my guy DFJ Hoots, man. Salute to you, bro. Thank you so much. God bless to you and your family. Hopefully you had a good turkey day. Hopefully you have a great holiday season. And God bless again. And thank you again for the super chat. I really appreciate it. My brother from another mother. That's my brother from another mother. And shout out to the Sixers, even though they look bad, they look soft right now. And I'm not liking the Sixers. They're soft and sweet like cotton candy. And I'm being honest. And too evil. We not trading Tyrese Maxey. Shout out to my guy, Too Evil. But yeah, thank you again, bro. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Uh, he's only terribly inconsistent brother. If KOC had a good system, we wouldn't be talking and needing a new quarterback. Don't forget. I like that comment. Don't forget, Jim was difficult to deal with when he coached the foot. Now, all right. Hey, listen. It's not going to be a perfect combination, but I feel like a hindsight is 2020. I think a lot of Viking fans that are saying they would like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a Jim guy. But hindsight 2020. A lot of Viking fans that are saying, "Oh, we should have went for Jim," or the same ones that was like really happy and was like, "Yo, we got KOC. He better than Jim." But there was a group of fans. Um, Shout out to my homie Tony. He was like, "Yo, we should have went for." I think Tony said. I'm not even sure if he said it, but I know he liked the Jim though. I think Jim probably would have been the best pick, best choice. But it didn't happen. So now we got to deal with what we have right now. We got to deal with what we have right now. Don't forget. David said, "Patience on JJ. A team is only as good as the coaches." You know what's crazy, David? I agree with the our coaches are terrible. Like KLC is not a good developing. He doesn't develop talent as well, in my honest opinion. Because I just was talking about Ed Ingram, and Ed Ingram, look, he's one of the best guards in the game right now. How he go from the one of the best guards in the game to he was bad for us, but now he's one of the best guards in the game. It doesn't make sense. Um, I think JJ needs it this year and some in next year to see if we can evaluate him from there. But I don't think you can give up on him. But I do want to see progression for the rest of this season. I don't want him to regress and look worse than what he has been looking this season. That's just my opinion. I gotta see something this season. Mariota gonna win if he plays like he did again. And shout out my guy DFJ Hoops again, man. Shout out to you, bro. He said Eagles, man. Eagles, man, they struggling, but they still the champions. And you got to dethrone the champs. They're gonna be a playoff team. They got one of the best defenses in the game, and they still got Jalen Hurts. I know people don't like Jalen Hurts, but Jalen Hurts is one of the best quarterbacks when it counts the most. When it comes to winning, he has a Super Bowl, and he was a Super Bowl MVP. So. The Vikings coaches suck, and so does McCarthy. They all need to go. Dag, Too Evil. Yeah, man. Skull to the bowl, baby. Best team in the NFC record-wise. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you guys should have got Ben. Hey, listen, we can't get Ben because KOC is our head coach. You know, I get what you're saying, but it wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to happen because we have KOC. Now, if we wasn't going to fire KOC last year after winning 14 games, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. I still have fired KOC for him. Yeah. Dang. I just read that comment. If we lose to the Commanders and if Cleveland Browns lose, we get the 5th pick. Okay, I like that. I don't know if Dan Marino, John Elway, Tom Brady would be enough to win with the Vikings. Oh, gosh. If KOC, the coach, I don't believe in him. I believe in Brian Flores and the defense. Are we going to win? No, I don't believe in this team. Yeah. Hey, listen, I like Brian Flores, but I kind of want to clean house all of everybody. But I get your point. The defense has been looking. The defense didn't give up. It's the offense that gave up most everybody. Most of the defense didn't give up. I'm not saying there could be a couple, because why would listen if your offense is this bad? I listen. I couldn't even imagine if I was a defender on the Vikings. I'd be like, gosh, bro, I'm like, bro, we just got off the field and you gonna punt the ball in 3 plays, bro? I would be pissed if I was on the defensive side of the ball for the Vikings. The Vikings will lose out. It's awesome. We will finally have a decent pick. Yeah, you don't want JJ no more. Wow. Not Agent 9. Hey, listen, I think JJ. I'm not saying I don't want him. I want the best for the man. We'll see what happens. That's just my opinion. You feel me? That's just my opinion. Eagles won the Super Bowl, and the Eagles, yep. I would keep. However, if the play poor, someone get fine. Okay, what the Fools do after? That is true. He didn't do nothing after, but he did get the Super Bowl though. That's the mess. That's the most important thing. JJ was a bad pick, but it happens. Dang, everybody. All right, I'm about to get off, but I want to ask y'all a question real quick. Everybody that's in the building, shout out to Blade Runner. All right, so the Vikings O-line coach definitely needs to go. Sick of watching the Keystone Keystone guns out there. Yeah, it's bad. Shout out to Blade Runner. I gotta ask y'all a question before I get off. Right? Yes or no? Yes or no? Y'all, you can put Y or N. Do you think, before I get off, do we give up on JJ McCarthy if he doesn't progress the rest of the season? Meaning, I'm not saying he has to throw for 80 touchdowns for the rest of the season. I'm over exaggerating with that. I'm not saying he's not going to throw some interceptions here and there for the rest of the season. But what I'm saying is to see some decent quarterback play. Even though the play calling sucks, even though the offensive line ain't the best, I'm just saying some decent quarterback play, a little bit more consistent. If he improves, if he doesn't improve, what do we do next year? Do we just give him the rest of this year? If he doesn't improve, do we just move on? Or do we just keep him for the whole next year and then we finally get rid of him if he doesn't play good? But yes or no, what do we do? Do we keep him or not after this season? It don't have to be yes or no. Y'all can actually say some stuff. You say no, 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 no. 2 words. If you're not getting a new head coach, you may as well get someone else. Yeah. Bryce Young is another one. That's a good one. Bryce Young, they said he wasn't a good player. But I always say this though, Purple. Just like there's a Bryce Young, just like there's other quarterbacks that turned out to be good. When people give up on them, like Baker Mayfield and Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold, for every one of those type of quarterbacks, there's 100 million busts. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying JJ's a bust, but there's 2 sides to it. So they can either be a bust, or we made a mistake, we gave up on them too quick, like what you're saying with the Bryce Young, and then they go to another team and he looks good, and we look like the stupidest franchise in history. He goes up to another team, and no one will make it even worse if he goes to another team and wins a Super Bowl before the Vikings win a Super Bowl. That would make it even worse. So I get it. Bryce Young is bad and good. He's still inconsistent. Oh, dang. 1 week they want him gone. Next week they don't. JJ needs to just shut up and play. Enough talk. Backup quarterback next year. Oh, snap. Dag, Blade Runner. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to get off in a little bit. JJ McCarthy, if he throws with no picks, 2 touchdowns and 250, I will go crazy. Yeah, that'd be awesome. 2 words. Zach Wilson. Oh, snap. Don't do that. Yeah, that's fine, but declaring a bust after this. Yeah, exactly. You can't declare. Hey, look, I'm not declaring he's a bust. I'm not even going that far. What I will say is I just want to see him progress. That's it. I just want to see the man be good. And it's not even just his fault, though. That's what I want people to understand. Like, he can control what he can control, but at the same time, KOC's play calling is trash to me. I'm sorry. I just don't think he's the right guy to develop and coach JJ McCarthy. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping with that. What happened to yeah, but I don't know what happened to Zach Wilson. Just look better without Fields. Yeah, I'm saying he's bad after 1.5 season within the film. Yup, he still read defenses or do regressions. All right, he's 22 years old. Yeah, he is 22 years young. Yes, he's 22 years old. I get it. Yup, that is true. That is true. He's still young. He can still figure it out. I just feel like we need another coach. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Salute to everybody. Purple, salute to you, bro. Salute to True, my boy Grizzly. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Christopher Real. Shout out to TY. Shout out to Owen. Shout out to Blade Runner. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that I'm missing right now. Appreciate all Too Evil. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Mac, my boy DFJ, Queen. Shout out to everybody. Anybody I'm missing, shout out to you. God bless everybody. Have a wonderful night. And to be continued when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings and what the next step is going to be for the organization. But there's going to be some changes. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But hit that like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. Until next time, peace out. I'm out.